Reacher Season 2's main villain is far less competent than he appeared in the original novel. Just like the James Bond movies, there's little doubt that Jack Reacher will overcome the villains of any given adventure. Reacher might be wounded or placed in jeopardy, but he always wins the day. Some of the antagonists in Lee Child's Reacher books can seem underwhelming since even the author often has little interest in pretending the title character is going to lose. Reacher Season 1 adapted Child's killing floor, and while it had enjoyably slimy villains, they didn't leave much impact either. Reacher Season 2 adapts Bad Luck and Trouble, where Alan Ritchson's titular Wanderer reunites with the 110th Special Investigators to avenge the murder of their friends. The second season has a 2 for the price of 1 special on antagonists. The first is Robert Patrick Langston, the head of security for defense contractor New Age. Langston plans to sell the experimental Little Wing missile to terrorist arms dealer M. Ferdinand Kingsley, and will kill anybody who gets in his way. M is the more mysterious foe of the duo, since little is known about his past or where he came from. He's known as AM because all of the pseudonyms he uses, like Ashori Mahad or Alan Mason, begin with those initials. He's often described as a ghost since he moves through the world practically unseen, and in some ways, AM is a dark mirror to Reacher himself. While he was far more enigmatic in Bad Luck and Trouble, Reacher Season 2 has had to juice up M's screen time, which has seen him commit several murders to cover his tracks. This makes him more threatening than his novel counterpart, but it also makes him appear sloppy. In Episode 6, for instance, M kills a cop because she's about to give him a ticket. In one sense, it was bad luck on his part, since he stopped off in a restroom and came out to find a police officer looking over his vehicle. That said, the only reason this is an issue is that M murdered a plastic surgeon, alongside his secretary, in a previous episode to steal his identity. So once his vehicle details are entered into the system, he has little choice but to kill the police officer too. There's almost a dark comedy to be made out of M's list of errors on Reacher, and how his body count mounts because of them. M was forced to travel incognito when the authorities became aware of his presence, but there had to be a less convoluted way to slip under the radar than killing a prominent surgeon. Part of what's supposed to make M a threat is nobody knows what he looks like, and that he can move around undetected. But with his latest killing, that claim is becoming harder to accept. M's cover being blown is the fault of the 110th exposing his fake identities, which forced him to improvise a new route to New York to complete the Little Wing sale. Even so, if AM is the ghost everyone keeps claiming, leaving multiple corpses in his wake is the worst possible way to travel undetected. He may still be ahead of his pursuers, but he's leaving a very obvious trail in his wake.